Hey guys, it's Shannon. Today I'm going to discuss a few of the topics from chapters 5 and 6. The topics I chose are rods and cones, flash, handheld microphone, pitch, and some ear information that is provided throughout the chapter. The first thing I want to talk about are rods and cones. Rods and cones are the two parts of the eye that perceive color. Rods actually do not perceive a specific color, but they perceive the low levels of light because rods are very helpful for seeing at night, because when you say your eyes have to adjust, that is your rods coming into play and just taking in the low levels of light to help you see better. Cones are different. There are three types of cones. There are red, blue, and green, and they each respond to a different color. And how the cones work is an object appears a different color because they're reflected off of a specific cone. Like the light goes into the eye, and then it has to go transmitted through the optic nerve, and then it has to go to the cones, and it goes to a specific color, and then the light has to be transmitted to an electrical impulse so the brain can understand what it's trying to do, and then it is related to sight. Like I have a diagram here which explains that. Like there's the human eye, and the light goes in, and it goes to the receptors, and it goes to either the rods or the cones. The next thing I want to talk about is flash. Flash is light that is provided in a short burst, but it can only occur when exposure takes place. What this means is that flash occurs when a picture is being taken and it fills in the light where needed, but it is only momentary light. It can come in many forms. It comes with a cell phone light like this. When you take a picture, you get a flash. But it can also occur with the big SLRs that have the mountable flashes that professionals use. A negative is that flash only works with pictures that are still, because since it has to fill in the light where it's needed, if you have a moving picture, you won't be able to tell where then the light needs to be filled in. But a positive, though, with flash is the natural light and the flashlight do not go against each other because they have the same temperature, so you don't have to worry if one is too much or the other is too little. Next thing I'm going to talk about is pitch. Pitch is pretty basic. It's essentially how high or how low a sound is. You can either have a really high pitch like this, and it can get very annoying, or you can have a very low pitch like this, which is equally annoying. That's why people like just a very basic voice that's not too high or too low. And there's also different pitches in singing. Another topic I'm going to discuss is handheld mics. Handheld mics are held in your hand, and they are used by singers and narrators and other professional speakers. They are intended to be close to the mouth because they have a very limited range of where they can pick up the sound, but this is also very obtrusive because they can't pick up sound from more than 1 to 2 feet away. Last thing I want to talk about today is the ear. I have a diagram for you to follow along. There are 3 parts to the ear. There is the outer, the middle, and the inner ear. The sound travels from outside the ear into the brain via the auditory canal and the auditory nerve. The sound starts outside the ear, and then it travels through the auditory canal, and it hits the tympanic membrane, which vibrates. Then the vibrations get sent to the malleus, the incus, and the stapes, which are the 3 smallest bones in the body, and they vibrate from the sound. This sound gets transmitted to the cochlea, which is connected to the auditory nerve, and the auditory nerve sends the sound waves to the brain and processes it as a sound, and then it converts it into a way we can understand. I hope you enjoyed that brief summary of chapters 5 and 6, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas.